Charles Hoskinson, founder of Cardano, has turned to Twitter to express his delight at the current wave of developments on the Cardano blockchain and to continue his relentless promotion of Cardano ADA and its suffocating trail of successes. While this enthusiasm is already great, it has the potential to soar if Hoskinson is given the opportunity to discuss Cardano on Junior, i.e., if the cryptocurrency market has a significant slowdown for almost a year after reaching its all-time high in November 2021. Beginning on a positive note, the value of the digital markets by 2023 seems to be progressively dispelling the gloomy clouds as it begins to flower again despite the challenging macroeconomic climate, possible political environment, and numerous key currencies inside the crypto sector. Equally, we should not forget to give thanks to the analyses and professionals who keep talking about the worth of cryptocurrencies even after the euphoria has died down. As expected, there was a slew of contradictory news articles, some of which were intended to revive the cryptocurrency market. In a controversial podcast interview, comedian and commentator Joe Rogan expressed optimism about cryptocurrency. Joe Rogan and fellow podcaster Adam Curry tackled the subject of crypto's future on an episode of their show. As of that time, 11 million people were tuning into each episode of Rogan's podcast. Despite Spotify's best efforts, some inappropriate episodes nonetheless made it through. Rogan added, "It's either going to fall apart entirely, or we're going to utilize this as an opportunity to right the ship and come up with a better way to live our lives," in reference to the current cryptocurrency crisis. Curry, who was the host of the right-wing podcast, No Agenda, claimed that there was a huge spate of young people and who were just opting out and we're moving to construct parallel systems and parallel networks. "I've jumped on the Bitcoin bandwagon," he continued, "since I feel more secure keeping my money online." Rogan speculated that in the future, firms like Apple may create their own digital tokens that customers will need to use in order to buy their items. It's almost like another form of stocks, wherein you invest in coins and then use those coins to purchase goods. Despite the podcast's optimistic portrayal of crypto, many members of the community continue to hold doubts. This has been witnessed so many times. One Reddit commenter said particularly that an endorsement from Captain Pseudoscience was unnecessary. One person was even more disappointed with Broken's optimistic at crypto expectations than the last. This is the worst possible individual to have any connection to crypto with, and he is an imbecile. Joe Rogan has earned a reputation as a divisive character in the global crypto community. Equally well known is his outspoken opposition to political correctness. He has been called out for insensitive remarks about race, gender, and sexual orientation on his podcast in the past. His wide area of influence has won many people over, despite the negative press about him, and this presents a huge chance for Cardano ADA. Charles Hoskinson has expressed interest in appearing on the Joe Rogan Experience to discuss the growth of the Cardano ecosystem, which has been running strong despite dips in the broader cryptocurrency market. On February 2nd, Cardano enthusiast and owner of ADA staking pool DG Rick McCracken replied to Hoskinson's ambitions by tweeting that the Cardano founder would be an excellent person to discuss Cardano with Joe Rogan. Lex Friedman, a computer scientist and podcaster, had previously suggested to Rogan that he bring on some prominent figures in the crypto industry to discuss their work. During his time on the podcast, Rogan revealed to McCracken that he was working on several cryptocurrency projects, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. Hoskinson responded to this request by posting a GIF that showed he was enthusiastic in appearing on the podcast to discuss the Cardano network. Therefore, if this controversial American podcaster agrees to Hoskinson's proposal, it will be a long time coming. The Cardano community has been asking for his appearance on the podcast since 2018. And on August 18, 2018, the founder of Cardano verified this. "They want me on your program, Joe, and it looks like my folks want me there," he tweeted at Joe Rogan back then. A number of people thought this was true. As a user commented, "Extremely happy about this. What Cardano hopes to accomplish globally. And the work they're doing in Africa is incredible." Joe Rogan has millions of fans worldwide. Mixed martial arts, MMA, became the cryptocurrency of sports, and now both MMA and Cardano are the most rapidly expanding sports and cryptocurrencies, respectively. After waiting 3 years, Charles Hoskinson finally made an appearance on Friedman's show, where he discussed his desire to meet influential figures such as Joe Rogan. Speaking about Rogan's hustle and the technical nuances of cryptocurrency, we'll begin with the application he's most interested in and work our way outward. Non-fungible tokens (NFTs) are used to collect taxes on activities like elk hunting, and the Senate has been made aware of this. They have also been briefed on how the entire system may be moved to the blockchain, and how it will be an improvement over existing methods. There are some startling parallels between Joe Rogan and Joe Hoskinson, two of the most vocal people in the world today. Hoskinson is well known in the cryptocurrency industry and beyond for proposing controversial ideas, such as the possible acquisition of the cryptocurrency news outlet CoinDesk to introduce veracity bonds that explore the practical applications of blockchain technology and digital currencies in the mainstream. When Hoskinson claimed last year that the SEC was going after Ripple because of a lack of clarity, and not because of corruption in the regulator's ranks, he came under fire from members of the XRP community and vowed never to speak publicly on the topic again. A year ago, when the FTX exchange crashed, Joe Rogan expressed similar surprise. He expressed shock that all the supporters were unaware of what was truly happening at the crypto exchange, using some scathing words in criticism of their ignorance. In a video in which he discussed the crisis with a fellow podcaster identified as Yanis Papas and claimed that a large number of celebrities and organizations previously endorsed FTX and a CEO Sam Bank, then freed only to pull back after the scandal became public of us. In fact, he remarked, "Well, I knew I always questioned and I knew, so how come they didn't know? Perhaps if they'd taken off their avaricious cap for just a second and inquired as to the specifics of the situation, they would have found out." Joe Rogan conceded that it was a peculiar circumstance and emphasized that it was also quite dangerous. There is definitely an odd quality to it. In addition, former President Donald Trump was publicly called the king of morons by Rogan on one of his episodes. Ignoring the odds if Hoskinson does decide to join Rogan on the GRU podcast, it will give him a significant platform from which to disseminate information about the recent advancements in the Cardano project and the cryptocurrency market as a whole. Hoskinson would use this opportunity to speak publicly about his plans for the development of blockchain technology and Cardano's position as an industry leader. Cardano has benefited greatly from the recovery rally that started in January, and as a result, things are expanding rapidly. The value of the 8th largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization has increased by 15% since the beginning of the year. Due to the project's focus on establishing a decentralized, safe, and sustainable blockchain network, it has seen pivotal implementation in recent months. Millions of people across the world tune in to watch GRE every week, and if Hoskinson's opinions are anything to go by, they're both credible and fascinating. Do you understand what that means? Due to Cardano's popularity, many new users will join the network. However, until that time comes, Charles Hoskinson will continue to provide news about the exciting progress being made in the Cardano project. His most recent tweet expressed his enthusiasm for the rapid development of the Cardano ecosystem. The debut of Cosmos Jet is among the forthcoming side chains. As planned, Hydrometeor will soon have released Laced and will have a plethora of dApps available. An update on his side chains project, a new toolkit meant to bring in a new era of scalability for blockchains, was also provided. Cardano has a parent corporation and a global presence. With this new initiative, World Mobile has stated that it would be expanding its partnership with the Internet of Things, IoT, by joining forces with the IoT Side Chains project team. Cardano's TVO recently surpassed the $100 million milestone thanks to Charles Hoskinson's efforts on the Junior 2, and this is widely seen as a significant step toward the goal of global mobile chain integration using Tendermint as a Cardano side chain. Cardano could see the greatest price increase ever. Be sure to keep yourself informed at all times. Yes, but what do you think about this? Feel free to share your thoughts in the space provided below. To continue, please watch our next video. But before that, you should watch some more videos to learn if Cardano really is on track to become an Ethereum alternative. Be sure to subscribe by clicking the appropriate boxes.